I have not been this scared to drive since I was 14?
Greetings and salutations, or if you're of the shortening mind, gretulitations. My name is James Hastings, and I'd like to personally welcome you to the inaugural episode of the Cinematographer's Bucket List. Now, if you don't know, I am the director-photographer for all of the sketch comedy and such here on the Cinema Wagon YouTube channel, and that basically means I decide, what lenses we're going to use, where we're going to put the camera, where we're going to put the lights, how to get the best pictures for, the sketches. And that makes me uniquely qualified to kind of show you how to do stuff like, mounting your camera to the outside of a moving car, which is what we're going to be doing today. Now, I'm going to be showing you two techniques, one with suction cup mounts and one with ratcheting straps, and we'll sort of go into why you would use each of these as I show you how to do them. But before I show you how to do anything, before we do anything else, I need to make a quick disclaimer here. This is stupid and dangerous, okay? And if you screw it up, at best, you're gonna hurt your camera or your car. At worst, you could cause a freaking car accident. So be smart, be safe, and don't blame me if something goes wrong, okay? Double check, then triple check, then quadruple check. Just keep checking. You can never be 100% sure that a rig isn't going to fail, but we can put in as many fail-safes as we can, and above all else, just be careful. But we've gotten that out of the way, so now let's take a trip to the gear closet and find out what we're going to need to do this. As with all of the techniques we're going to discuss on this show, the main piece of gear you'll need is a camera. Depending on your budget and needs, that's going to change. For the first mounting technique we'll discuss on the show today, you're going to be needing a suction mount of some sort. Depending on how much money you spend, it'll be more or less heavy duty, but for our purposes, this cheap one from Delkin Devices will be just fine. For our second mounting technique, you'll need a set of two ratcheting straps, which you can find in a hardware store for around 50 to 80 bucks, and a t-shirt, which we'll use to protect your car's paint job and your camera. But that's all we need, so let's get to rigging this stuff up. For smaller cameras like consumer DSLRs and mirrorless systems, you really can't go wrong with a little suction mount like this. It's nice and easy to use. All you gotta do is get a bit of spit or water on the cup itself and then slap it down on whatever smooth surface you fancy. I recommend the hood or the windshield of your car. Those are nice, safe options. And after that, all you have to do is set up your shot, and then if you're like me and you want a little more security, you feed your neck strap into your car and tie it around a handle on a door or a support away from moving parts, and check that it's secure one more time, and you're ready to go and get some cool shots like these. Now, a quick search online will absolutely show you that you can buy way bigger, way fancier suction mounts than this. It'll take big honking cameras like the Epic and the Alexa and all that sort of stuff. But if you're on the same budget that most of us are, and you're not able to lock off streets and stuff, it's really important to keep your car rigs small and low profile, because you don't really want to take up any real estate that your driver is going to need to look at and chance hitting somebody. That said, if you do have a large camera but you just can't find the budget for one of those fancy suction mount rigs, you might want to look at our second technique for mounting a camera to a moving vehicle. The very first thing we're going to do for this ratcheting strap technique is to lay down the t-shirt we talked about earlier. It'll act as a nice protective barrier for the bottom of your camera and your paint job, and also give you just a little bit of extra friction, which is super valuable in this case. Once you have your t-shirt or fabric, or maybe you have a V-bag down on the hood of your car, you can go ahead and set up your camera for the preliminary framing that you want to get. This is going to change a bit as you get the straps on, but once the camera's the way you like it, we can go ahead and start with those straps. The first thing that we're going to do is make sure that our hooks on either end of the first strap are nice and secure underneath the body of our car. In this case, I'm going under the wheel well of mine, and I just want to stress, make sure it's secure, take your time. Once you have the first hook on, work your way slowly over to the other side of the vehicle, get the other one hooked, and just tighten it as much as you can by hand using the free strap to kind of get it nice and snug. Then go over to the ratchet, give it a few clicks, and, again, just nice and snug. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and do the exact same thing with your other ratcheting strap. Just make sure that the ratchet is on the other side of the vehicle from your first one. This will even out the tension between the two and give you a nice, solid mount between your camera and your car. After you have both straps on, just walk around and tighten them down as you need to until your camera doesn't move anymore. After that, just tuck the excess remaining strap stuff out of the way. Just tie them up so that they're not going to be on the road or flying around and messing up your view. And once again, you're ready to get some cool moving car shots like these. I want to be the very first person to say that there are much safer, much better ways to get this kind of shot. This is just a nice, low-budget solution for those of us who are low and no-budget filmmakers who need to get that externally mounted moving car shot. And personally, I would be comfortable using this rig up to speeds of, say, 60 kilometers an hour. Anything faster than that, and I would strongly urge you to rent or buy the pro mounting gear. That said, no matter how fast or how slow you might be moving, if you rig this up wrong, your camera will still hit the pavement, and at best, all that'll be broken is your camera. At worst, you're going to be seeing some serious car damages, and you might even hurt someone, so be safe, be careful. I know I said I was done with the disclaimers, but I just got to get that out there one more time. And hey, little pro tip before we're done, if you want to cut down on those reflections on the windshield of your vehicle, go ahead and grab yourself a polarizer filter. It'll do you wonders. It'll make your skies look bluer. It'll, of course, cut down reflections on pretty much anything. That's what they do, and they're good tools to have even if you're not literally mounting your camera to a moving car. Alright, looks like we got through the first episode of the Cinematographer's bucket list without breaking any cameras or gear, so I'm calling that a success. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments below. I will personally respond to you. And until next time, be smart, be safe, and make cool stuff. James out.